When you bought something online, did you ever think, wow, this is almost too easy? There's a reason for that, and it all began with a snowboarder in Canada who was fed up and just wanted to sell his stuff online. It doesn't sound real, does it? Follow me. The year is 2004. Even though the internet is getting bigger quickly, it still seems very hard to set up an online shop. You can either spend a lot of money on a developer or deal with systems that are slow and look like they were made in the dial-up era. One of the most important companies in the history of online shopping was started by mistake by a programmer named Tobias Lütke. Lütke also likes to snowboard. Toby didn't plan to make Shopify. He only meant to sell snowboards. No, really. He and his co-founder, Daniel Weinand, wanted to open a simple online store called Snowdevil. They had the gear. They were known for it. They didn't know how to sell it online, though. It was frustrating, limited, or just plain broken every answer they tried. This is where things get interesting. At that point, most people would have given up, hired help, or quit. Not Toby, though. He didn't buy one. Instead, he made his own from scratch. He didn't do it to change the world. His only reason was to sell a snowboard. But when they finally sent Snowdevil into space, something strange happened. A lot of people loved the site. Not just for the snowboards, but also for how easy, clean and smooth it was to buy them. Toby's friends asked, "Can you build us a store like that?" That's when it all made sense. Maybe selling snowboards wasn't the best way to make money, but when they built the platform, anyone could sell anything they wanted. So Shopify was created in 2006, just 2 years after Snowdevil. It didn't look like a future giant at the time. At the time, only a few guys in Ottawa were working on a clean, simple platform. Everyone else was still crazy about eBay and Yahoo stores. One thing that made Shopify unique was this: marketers didn't build it. It wasn't built by people in suits. Really, someone made it because they knew how hard it was to start an online business without knowing much about technology. Toby did more than just write code. He also made the app more empathetic. He knew what it was like to be small and go up against big forces. That spirit has never left Shopify. Now we're here. More than 4 million businesses in 175 countries use Shopify. It ranges from small side jobs to big brands that make millions. Shopify has been used by big brands like Kylie Cosmetics, Gymshark, and even Tesla to run their online shops. Even though the company has grown a lot, it still holds on to its humble beginnings. It was made by a snowboarder-turned-programmer who didn't like what was already out there, so he made something better. The crazy part that most people don't see is this. Shopify didn't start out with the goal of taking over e-commerce. It all started with a personal problem and a very clear need. And that's how most great ideas come about. Not by trying to be the next big thing, but by trying to be the best at something real. This means that the next time you see a store that uses Shopify, when you hear someone say, "I just launched my brand online," remember that it all began with snowboards. The one snowboard, one store, one programmer who only wanted to ride bikes and sell gear online. That spark turned into the fire that made e-commerce what it is today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.